Welcome back to another episode of Messy But Motivated with Melinda. What's up? How's it going? How is everybody? Everybody good? Today we're just going to do the whole questions. I know I used some mail to write the questions down. All the questions over all platforms that y'all asked. I got all the questions right here. Yes, I'm missing a nail. Mind your biz, Becky. I'm going to glue it back on. It's in the car. I keep forgetting. Anywho, that's neither here nor there. I am going to answer all the questions that you guys have, and some are juicy. You guys want to know what's in my bank account? Y'all nosy ass is. That's okay. I'll let you know. I don't really care. And so let's get into it. Are you ready? All right, let's go. Where do I see myself? Oh, yeah, let's come back to that. I got to think about those. My registration. Somebody said, hey, did you ever get your registration figured out? I did. I did not, actually. I did, but I didn't. They ended up saying, oh, yeah, it'll be done next week. So that's this week. So I don't know yet. Needless to say, no, we've been riding dirty. And just praying that we don't get pulled over. It's been such a fun time, let me tell you. But it sucks because my husband never wants to drive his vehicle anymore because he doesn't want to get pulled over. So it's just been like, you know, when you pay that much for a vehicle, it's like, oh, you want to drive it? But no, he doesn't even want to drive it because he doesn't want to get in trouble. So yeah. What we learned from this is do not buy a vehicle from another state, or at least Michigan, because that was a shit show. Because when I lived in Illinois and I bought one from Iowa, it was fine. I did everything fine. But this has been a disaster, complete disaster. All right, so that's the answer to that. As for Gypsy Rose, somebody asked me about Gypsy Rose. Okay, y'all are going to be surprised by this because over the last 2 months, I've really been like, most of digging in that Bible. And I'll tell you this, thou shalt not judge. I'm not supposed to be judging her. I'm supposed to be loving her. But I will tell you this, it's hard. It's hard because I feel like the only reason she got her fame was because she unalived her mother. And people were so intrigued by it. And then the whole fact that you had Munchausen syndrome, or what, I'm sorry, I know I said that wrong. But I understand that as well. But I don't think we should glorify it. I don't think that she should have a platform of any kind. If she wanted to go fight for people in the jailhouse or in the penitentiaries, that is fine. Do that on your own time. And I just think that she didn't need her own TV show. She didn't need all that. That was a lot. That was a lot. Just because at the end of the day, sorry if you hear my cat. He's yelling, Mom, do you hear him? He loves me. Anyways, at the end of the day, none of my business. None of my business. I'll just stay in my lane over here. But there was a point in time when I did have my opinion on it. And y'all know that I was not fond of her. And I just think it's crazy. I think it's crazy that society got her everything because she unalived her mother. And like, we all have to remember she still did bad. Like I don't even want to go there. You know what I mean? Like, y'all, it took two. All right. Let's move on. Y'all are trying to get me in trouble with the Lord. All right. How many years was I in the service? I was only in there for 4 years. I say only. Oh my gosh, it was the longest 4 years of my life. 4 years, too long. No, I don't regret it, but I can tell you it was a long 4 years for sure. Long 4 years. But yep, 4 years. Would I have done more? I would have done more. I probably would have stayed in if I didn't meet Mike. I tell him that all the time. I'm like, he's like, I don't know what you're doing. I'm not be here. I'd still be in the military. I know I would. I knew I would have re-enlisted. I'd have been a lifer or something. But thank God that was not the route for me. Okay. How much money in my bank account? This one's actually funny. Hold on. I put my phone on the ground for you guys, but you guys asked me how much money is in my bank account. You didn't ask me how much was in my husband and my bank account, which is a shared account. So I'm going to show you what's in my bank account, okay? Nosy asses. Y'all nosy. It's okay. I still love you. All right, there you go. This is my bank account. This is mine, okay? And I know this is a bank account I have this bank still from when we lived in Illinois. So it's like the only account I have that has my name on it. There you go. There you go. What? For the people that are just listening, my regular bank account has $1,226. And my checking account, oh yeah, for that account has $1,502. I don't know. I didn't know I had two, to be honest with you. But I'll figure that out on a later date. I think they're both savings is the last I thought. I don't know. I don't know my ass from my elbow half the days. So anyways, there's that. But yeah, I got around that. Y'all nosy. Listen, that's the only account. He still has access to all my accounts, but that is the only account that is my account, like that I put money into. So yeah. I also have a high yield savings though through Capital One that I put money in on the first of the month every month. So I don't know. Okay. Anyways, let's move on. One thing people may not know about me. I should have really thought these through before I came in. One thing people may not know about me is I feel like I'm an open book for y'all. That's the hard part. I feel like I'm an open book for y'all. So I was born in Texas. So I'm a Texas girl. Yeah, I was born in Houston. I never went to a school longer than, I want to say 3 years. I was a traveler. Not by choice. Come on. And I don't know, really. I'm an open book with y'all. I feel like y'all know a bunch of shit about me. Yeah, God, y'all got some dirt on me. Y'all got some dirt. Shit. All right. A book update. Okay. Y'all want to know about the book? Listen. First, I started this book a long time ago. All right. For those of you that are like, what are you talking about? I started a book, back, I don't know what, 2 years ago now, 3 years ago, about my time in the military. And if you don't know about my time in the military, I was essayed the whole time that I was in there. Well, it started on like day 5 or something like that. But so the whole time that I was in there, I was essayed. And it had come out, he went to prison, blase. Okay. I wasn't the only one too. So it was not just moi. Even though I don't know why I have to defend myself. That's what I hate about this. That is what I hate about this. Oh my gosh, I hate things like, because I'm going to be honest, there are things in the book that, because I'm doing because I don't know what I can tell and what I can't. So I'm like mixing in some things with some things that aren't true. And then I don't want people being like, and I'm so worried about what people are going to say. And I'm like, why? My sister's like, just write the damn book. And I said, I know. And I'm over 70% done with it. But I still have this, like, I don't want to give him, because I don't say his name in there, but I don't want y'all being like, that didn't happen, and me having to defend myself all the time. You know what I mean? I just don't even want to open the can of worms. And when I'm writing, you guys, I'm also like in it. I'm in it. Like because you have to take yourself back to that. And so I like take myself back to that and being like, so I know what to write, you know? So I try to write the feelings and all that. And that sucks. Oh, that sucks. My husband notices that I'm not myself afterwards. I notice I'm not myself afterwards. It's draining. It's exhausting. I can't tell you how many times I sit down and I'm like, just write. And I'll start writing. I'll do it for a good hour and a half, 2 hours. And then afterwards, I feel like I ran a damn marathon. I asked my therapist about it. I said, because I really want to do it. I mean, I've gone to the point where like, I've even tried to like take an Adderall to do it because I'm like, you need to get it done. Y'all, no, don't recommend that. But yeah, it's just, I guess it's going to get done when it gets done. My husband says it's on God's time, and he's right. I'm going to get it done. I have these little pushes to do it, and then I throttle back because I'm like, it's just too much. It's too much. And then I thought about getting a ghostwriter. That sounds like a book itself. Ghostwriter. Yeah. I was thinking about getting a ghostwriter. I don't know though. There's a lot of things I don't know about that book right now. I know that it's going to be a good book and I know I want to tell you all about it, but I also know that it is draining and I don't know how people do this. When you're writing facts about things that happen to you, how are these people writing these books? They gotta have ghostwriters. They gotta have them. Or they're in prison writing the book, or I don't know. Or they just are, I don't know. I want to say stronger than me, but I think I'm a pretty strong person. So I don't know. I don't know how people do it. I wish there was lessons because I would take them. If anybody knows, you let me know. But it's exhausting. And I'm going to finish it. You know, that's the goal by the end of the year. Y'all better be on me. Y'all better be on me. Get on me. Say you better be writing your book, girl. I won't be mad at you. I need it. I need a little push. Oh, I need a little push. Okay, so that's the update on the book. And when it's out, you'll know. You'll know. I'm going to be telling everybody about it because if I went through all of that to write that book and it took me that long to write that book, y'all better be buying the damn book. I'm going to be over here preaching about the damn book because that book has been a pain in my arse. So, am I single? Somebody said that. You must be new here. No, I'm not single. I've been married. Oh my God, that's something y'all might not know about me. Oh, are y'all ready? Oh my gosh. And there's going to be people watching this that know me and they're like, that's some shit because I didn't know that either. I don't know. Should I tell y'all? I have to tell y'all now because y'all are going to be like, what was it? I got to tell y'all now. And I think it's okay. I think it's okay to tell y'all. I don't know. Even if it isn't, what's it going to do? What you guys going to do? Okay. So there was a time back in 2014 where my husband and I, well, hold on. My boyfriend, Mike was my boyfriend. And this is why I think it's so funny. People are like, you know, everybody's story is just so different. And I love hearing people's stories because life is so, like, if you look at me, you're not even going to know this story. Do any of y'all really know that I was divorced at one point? Do y'all know that? Yeah, see, y'all don't even know that. But there was a whole chapter of my life that y'all just don't know that is crazy. Like, it's crazy. Okay, so I had met Mike. Oh my gosh, I should do a podcast on just that. Y'all want to hear that? That's a good one. Oh my gosh, I'm about to have him on the podcast too, so this is going to be good. Anyways, I had met him in the darkest times of my life. Like when I needed him the most, it's like God was like, here's this guy. He's going to help you out because I can't help you right now. You're a mess. And I was not well. I was partying. I was going through a divorce. I was a freaking mess. I was here, there. I was everywhere. And I'll be honest, I contributed to that divorce. I contributed to it. I own it. I was not a good person. And, so yeah, I met Mike and I'll tell you, I said, I will never get married again. I told him that. That fool had the balls to ask me to marry him. I don't even know. I said, I want you to know something. I will never get married again. I remember saying that. He says I didn't. I know I did. I know I said it. I said it. Bestie, I said it. I know I did. And it might have been in my imagination when I was drunk or something, but I swear I sweat it. Anyways, so I said, hey, I'm never getting married again. Like, that is just not I don't want to get married again. Like, that was a lot. That was too much for me. Like, nope, not happening. And it ended up being like, I had told him because I didn't know if I wanted, here, you guys listen. Oh, I'm being vulnerable as a mother. Okay. I didn't want to lie to him about what the future was going to look like. I didn't want him to think that I was going to give him kids. I had already been told that I had a 30% chance of ever having a kid. So I didn't want to get this guy's hopes up and him fall in love with me because I'm lovable. And then next thing you know, the man wants kids and I can't give them to him. Do you get what I'm saying? So one night we're laying in bed and I told him, I said, I got to tell you something, because I didn't want him to fall in love with me and then that happened, because that's heartbreaking. You fall in love with somebody and then because I could tell things were getting deep with us. I could tell. So I was like, I have to tell you something. He's like, what's up? I told him, I was like, hey, I've been told there's a 30% chance I'll ever have a kid. Like, because I had a bunch of procedures done and a bunch of things just a lot. And, so I said, I just want to let you know that, that's how I know I'm meant to be with God, because me and my ex had tried and it was a flop. Yeah. Anyways. So then, I was like, so I don't know. And he was just like, it's like that man was like, oh, well, I guess, I'm going to try. I mean, I'm going to do it. And I was just like, because I told him, I think it was because I wasn't taking birth control. He asked me about birth control or something. I was like, I'm not taking birth control, because I was told, chances of me getting pregnant are slim to none. It was like challenge accepted to him. He was just like, oh, say less, we're getting pregnant. So, that didn't happen. Him saying challenge accepted. It was a while later that he ended up being like, cause I was like, ooh, is he going to stay with me or not? I don't know. I don't want this, cause he's younger than me. I was like, I don't want him thinking I'm going to give him kids, and that's probably not what's going to happen. So, we had conversations after conversations, and he was like, I don't know. He's like, let's just try. And if it happens, it happens. And I'm like, okay. In my head, I'm like, it ain't going to happen. This poor kid. He's only a year younger than me, guys. This poor guy, I don't want him to think that it's going to happen and it's not going to happen. In my mind that whole time. And you guys, it went on a month later, and I'd be like, sorry, I'm not. And he would get so upset. A month would go by. No, I'm not. And he'd be like, I don't get it. So then he started taking pills that. I don't know. He's doing all of his research. He starts taking these pills and all these things. And I was actually on my ship when I found out. I was on an underway when I not found out, because I took 2 pregnancy tests and they showed up negative, when I realized I was pregnant. Yeah, it was crazy. And then I went down to medical, because I was like, I know I'm pregnant. And they're like, no, it's negative. I'm like, oh, all right, forget it. And then I took another one before I left that ship, and it still said negative. And I'm like, what is going on here? I'm like, whatever. I was like, I know I got to be pregnant. I have to be, because my body was changing. Anyway, and only when your body's changing, you're like, that's kind of weird. So yeah, we ended up getting pregnant, and I was so excited to tell him. But I was also so nervous, because I'm like, I don't know if it's going to take, you know what I mean? Once you've been told that, you're like, ooh, I don't know. I've had surgeries down there, on my tubes and stuff. I don't know if it's going to, be viable. And then it happened where I told him, and then our pregnancy was great. Everything went great. Everything had been awesome. I don't know, no regrets. Everything was great. And so it ended up being, he asked me to marry him. He took me to where we first met and invited everybody. And I say everybody, our friends, invited our friends. And then I had no idea, y'all. I had no idea. Looking back, I'm like, I'm so mean. I was yelling at him that day because I was hungry. And he's all like, he kept leaving the room. Come to find out, he was leaving the room because he was nervous and going to talk to his friend. But I'm like, stop leaving the room. Yeah, but I was pregnant, hormones everywhere. And anyways, yeah, he asked me to take one more picture, and I was like, okay. And I turned around and he was on one knee, and yeah, I said yes. And looking back, I'm like, I said yes. Wow, I must have really loved this guy. Whew, because I'll tell you, I kept telling everybody I'm never getting married again. But never say never. Don't you ever say never. So yeah, I ended up getting, we got married, and we've been together. Oh yeah, that's the story. So we ended up getting married without anybody knowing. My mom knew. I told my mom because I didn't keep anything from her. So I said, all right, we went to the courthouse because he was about to leave on deployment. And they told him, sorry, you're not coming home for the birth because you guys aren't married. And no, you don't tell my husband that. So my husband was like, listen, we're going to get married at the courthouse and then we'll have a big wedding later. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So we did. We went to the courthouse and we got married. And I remember walking into that courthouse. I was so confident. Like, I remember getting married the first time. That's a whole nother podcast, but that was not, the stars did not align. My body was telling me, do not do this. Everything told me, do not do this. And I just didn't listen. And I was like, whatever. So this time, everything was telling me this is this is right. Because I mean, look I even got pregnant. Like this, everything is right. Like you're doing it all how you're supposed to do it. And we left there and I was just so happy. And I mean, yeah, just all the things, like seriously, just all the things. And so we got married in January without anybody knowing and had our wedding in May, or the following year in May. Yeah. So technically we've been married 12 years, but everybody thinks 11. Yeah. So that's that story. That's how long I've been married. Man, I went all around there to get to there. Oh, oh man, that was a lot. All right. No wonder. I'll tell you guys, my therapist, she released me yesterday. She freed me. I'm like a bird. She let me go. She's like, I think you're doing great. All is well. Call me if you need me. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm nervous to go out on my own. I'm scared. Here I am. But anyways, when we're in sessions, I feel like I'm just talking and talking and talking. I feel like that right now, but that's why I have a podcast. All right. How do I motivate myself? I love this question. Oh, I love this question. It's hard. It's hard how to motivate yourself. I can tell you, man, it was different how I did it 6 months ago to how I do it now. 6 months ago, I'll tell you, I would just drink a coffee and basically fight the little demons in my head and say, get your ass up, go, let's go. Now, I can tell you exactly how I do it. And I hope that this helps somebody because it has been a game changer for me. So, you know, on TikTok, how you can save things and you can put them in categories, or maybe you didn't. Now you know. I have a folder that says motivation. And every time I watch a video that I know will motivate me and get me out of bed and want me to go do better in life, do all the things, I use that. So if I'm like unmotivated, I will go to that folder. I will watch those videos until my ass gets up and I start. And then I'm in the mindset to just go. I'm in the mindset like, yes, let's go. And if I start to feel myself dragging and I didn't get a lot done, I will watch it again. Or I will go watch my favorite motivational. I like Gary Vee. He's one of those that are like, he'll tell you like, get off your ass. Let's do this. Like, I need that. I like that kind of motivation. Some people don't like that, but that's what I like. And I'll turn him on and I'm like, just do it. Or I'll turn on the Mindset Mentor podcast. Everything, though, is on my phone. I know that sounds crazy, but we're all on our phone anyway. Like if I'm cleaning, I'm listening to a podcast. If I am on a walk, I'm listening to a podcast. If I am in the living room, I'm either watching TV or I'm listening to a podcast. Like I'm always listening to something. So why not something that is going to like get me right, you know? So that's how I really do get motivated. And I think, you know how people say, don't follow people that intimidate you? I do. I follow people that intimidate me because I follow people. I have like a handful of people that I follow that I go look at their content because it motivates me to get my butt up and go do things because I'm like, okay, she's working out. I better go work out. She's cleaning her house today. I better go clean my house today. Like so I don't think it's quite comparing. They motivate me. You got to find what motivates you. You got to find something that works for you because I could sit here all day long and say, do this. But if that's not the way that you get motivated, you got to find what motivates you. I have a friend that says she only gets motivated when she does like a meditation and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, ooh, I'm the opposite. I want to go take a nap after my motivation or my what did I just say? Meditation. Motivation. I don't know. But yeah, I want to go take a nap. So everybody to each their own. But for me, it is listening to a podcast, either the Mindset Mentor or going to Gary Vee's YouTube, watching him, or I will go to that folder that's called motivation, and I will watch those videos until I get my butt up. And sometimes it takes a lot of videos. Sometimes it only takes like 2 and I'm like up and ready and like going. So that is how I motivate myself. On to this question. Where do I see myself in 5 to 10 years? This one's actually so hard, and I don't know why it's so hard for me to even, I guess it's because I don't like to look forward. I know that's bad. That's bad not to want to look forward. Well, you guys think it's bad, but in my mind, I don't want to look forward because I feel that my path is being led by God himself, and I don't want to look forward when I'm supposed to live in the present. You know what I mean? Because the things he has coming for me are so big that I'm not even going to be able to fathom what is about to happen. And I know it's coming. I have this like in me, it is like this, I can't really describe it to you guys. It's like this feeling of something big is about to happen. And it's not bad. Something really good's about to happen. Something's about to shift. Something's about to come and work in my favor. Everything that you've done and you've worked your butt off for is about to happen. And I feel like that. I've felt like that. I tell my husband all the time, I said, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but it's like, I'm just waiting. I'm always like, just waiting. I don't know. It's coming. I don't know what it is. But if I could imagine myself in 5 to 10 years, oh, wow. I would say my podcast is doing amazing. I would say I'm still living for the Lord, and my faith is better than it's ever been ever. And I am, if you guys can think about, like, I'm trying to think of the person, like, I don't want to compare myself to Rachel Hollis because I don't believe that I'm a Rachel Hollis. I'm Melinda. I have been an open book for you guys, and I have, you know what I mean? Like, that was not an open book that she didn't have. And when you don't have an open book and you don't let people into your life and all these things, and you're not truthful and you're not on it, all these things, you fall because you can only do that for so long. And I believe that me being honest with you guys, I've literally, I feel like I'm an open book, and I try to make it like that because I'm just trying to show you guys that this is life. This is life. Like, what y'all see on social media is filtered content, and I'm trying to make mine as unfiltered as possible. So I want to be somebody that motivates other women, men too, anybody. I want people to be like, you know what? I didn't want to do that, but I was listening to Melinda's podcast, or I was watching Melinda's TikTok, or I was, I just want to be the person that if you need to get motivated to wake up in the morning, you can go to my content and know that I'm going to get you there. You get what I'm saying? And I'm a work in progress every day because, just look at me. I need that right now. So I know that one day I'm going to get there, but right now I'm a work in progress. It's like I'm learning. I'm learning right now. I'm learning all these things. I'm learning all of it. I want to be motivation for you guys, but it's hard for me. I'm not going to sit and lie to you guys. I'm not lying to you guys. I'm going to tell you the hard, the messy, all of it. I'm going to, because that's just part of life. And I hate that people don't tell you guys these things. And then in your mind, you think she got there so easily. No, I didn't. No, I did not get there so easily. I did not get there so easily. This is how I got there. Now, not saying that everybody gets there hard, but what I'm trying to say is not everybody's path is going to be hard. But I think it's important to talk about the path that was hard to get to where I'm going, because I'm not even there yet. Gosh, guys, we got a long way to go. Golly. But I just really want to resonate with people. I want people to realize that it's okay. It's okay to be a hot mess. Oh, it's okay. We all are. We all are. We really are. Like, I don't care who you are, you guys. You got some messy in you. Okay? You do. You can't fool me. So, yeah, if I could see myself in 5 to 10 years, I think that the path I'm on is exactly where God wants me right now. I'm learning, and I'm hoping then I will be that person that people want to come and basically, you want me in your life via the phone, via in person. I want to be that person that motivates you, but yet shows you the dirty, the not so pretty side of all of it. And I wish a lot more people, a lot more content creators or celebrities even would do that. I really do. Because this world would be better. I'll tell you that. People wouldn't be comparing themselves all the time. You know what I mean? They would understand that everybody's path is different, and some people are going to have to walk through some fire, and some people are just going to get the easy path, and that's life. That's life. So, yeah, those are the questions that y'all wanted me to answer. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope y'all got to know me a little bit more too. I'll do these every now and then. Every now and then I'll ask y'all some questions. I'm also thinking about doing like a separate a separate TikTok for my podcast, because then we can do more clips. I don't want to bombard y'all with so many clips of these, but I also want you to know what we were talking about. Also, this might be the last time I'm in this chair. Y'all, what are we doing? I know. I'm going to have my podcast room done. Oh my gosh. I say podcast room, but I'm about to do everything in there. I'm about to do everything but sleep. No, my husband created me a little nook in our house for my podcast and all that, because right now we're in my bedroom. Windows, door, dog. That's a dog right here. I know. You could probably hear her breathing. I know. So that's about it, y'all. I need to drink more water. You should too. All right. I love you. Have a good day. Good week. I'll see you later in my new podcast room.